To the Dad Dilemma Hotline. Today we're talking about hate. It's not the end. Maybe it's a warning light. So, hey dads, Jeremy here. Jeremy Rodruck, Mindset Mastery, Peak Performance Relationships guy. And we're going to talk about dad dilemmas. Every week I hear from dads who are done. They're not confused, they're just numb. Done. Over it. Stick a fork in me. A dad recently wrote, I hate my wife. I'm only staying for the kids. I want to improve for myself, for me, not for her. And that's real. That's raw. But the truth, I don't know, because I haven't spoken with him about his situation yet. But I have heard phrases like this hundreds of times over the past 3 decades, working with men and women and couples and teens and elders and kids, ages 3 to 94. And here's the reality that I have seen. Men don't hate their wives because their wives are bad people. Those men hate what she has become inside the relationship. And if he's being real with himself, he hates himself too. How he's showing up, his reaction, his defensiveness. And at the end of the day, he's exhausted from giving, resentful from feeling like it's never enough, and terrified that if he lets it go, everything in his life will collapse. And the deeper fear, his kids are going to hate him forever for breaking up their family home. See, hate isn't the opposite of love. The opposite of love or hate is apathy, indifference. Hate means there's still heat. The fire's still there, only now, instead of warming you on the inside, it's burning you up on the inside. It's not warming you or anyone else. Instead of burning energy on good things, you're burning it trying not to care, trying not to feel, and every bit of that flame is torching you. And while you're burning alive, your kids are watching. They're studying how dad handles disconnection, frustration, and resentment. And from that, they are building their normal. Your example sets the stage. If no thing changes, nothing changes. And they end up recreating your marriage in their future. Same patterns, different names. That's how this stuff gets passed down generation upon generation. So let's be real here. You don't actually hate her. You hate who you have become when you are around her. You hate the version of you who shut up to keep the peace, who ignored his own gut instincts and to say, this isn't working, who traded honesty for harmony and lost his own self-respect in the process. And then you lost her respect when you stopped being raw, real, open, and honest. Resentment is not proof that she is toxic. It's proof that you are betraying yourself, your highest and deepest truths. That's the wound. That's the hole that keeps leaking. And you can't work on fixing your marriage when you're in this emotional place. It's like trying to rebuild a house while you're standing on a rotted floor and the walls are on fire. How much longer until the roof collapses? Some small part of you believes you deserve the anger and you deserve the pain you're in. You deserve the roof to collapse. So the real path forward is by rebuilding yourself first. You can't give what you don't have. When you respect yourself again, everything else has the potential to shift to the positive. But so long as you're stuck in anger, you're stuck in being right, you're never going to get the results your heart truly desires because you can't even see the possibility. I've had clients like this before. I remember Matt specifically, and he came to me saying, I'm done. I'm only staying for the kids, but this marriage is over. He wasn't sleeping at night. He was just going unconscious. He wasn't laughing anymore, and he was starting to believe anger was the only thing he could feel. Imagine how that plays out with his kids, with his wife, in his career. Within 2 sessions, we had found the real pain was not his wife. It was the 12-year-old version of himself who had learned to believe that love disappears when you speak up after watching his own parents' marriage burn, collapse, and fail. We cleared out that old story, reconnected him to his own power, and within weeks, his marriage changed. He wasn't trying to win his wife back. He was just showing up differently, calm, centered, grounded. And guess what? His wife noticed. The tension began to drop. The kids relaxed. He got his sense of peace back in his own home. Then with the glasses. Not because she changed, but because he grew and showed up differently. That's what self-mastery looks like. And I've seen this play out so many times that I actually created something I call the self-mastery path. I have covered this in a book I wrote this year called The Silent Throne. The self-mastery path is a 9-step process that brings you through 3 phases of transformation for men. Phase 1, nurture the boy, is about healing wounds, releasing guilt and shame, stopping the fault and blame, resolving the anger, turning it back into passion and playfulness. Phase 2, mastering the man, is about reclaiming your clarity, your confidence, your own emotional control to truly lead yourself and own your actions and your impact. It's where you really get the juice to make the changes necessary. And then phase 3, lead like a king, to show up powerfully, both at home and in life without the old noise, being able to see that vision, that passion clear and create that compelling future. This is the same process that I've used with private clients for years to turn lives around, and it's available on demand in the privacy of your own home. Now, this program, it isn't therapy and it's not fluff. It's about turning your awareness into action because awareness without action keeps you marinating in your pain, feeling worse and worse and worse. Right? You don't need to talk about the fire more, the problems more, the pain more. You need to learn how to put it out once and for all, and then build something better in its place. And right now, that admission, I hate my wife, and I'm only doing this because of the kids, you are standing at an inflection point. One path will keep you looping in the same resentment for another day, another month, another year, another decade. The other path starts rewiring the story for you, for the kids who are watching, and maybe for your marriage too. So if you want to stop carrying the hate and actually feel like you're leading in your life again, the self-mastery path shows you how. And right now it's only $297. Pretty soon it's going to be $24.97 as I continue to develop further projects. So really it comes down to whatever the dollar amount. What is it worth to you to truly reclaim your peace, your focus, and your family's respect? Right? And that value is entirely subjective. It's entirely up to you. But I can tell you a divorce retainer, right? A divorce lawyer's retainer starts about $3,500 to $5,000. And if you're paying for both lawyers because she's not working, you're looking at $7,000 to $10,000 before anything even starts to get resolved. The only people who win in family court and divorce court are the lawyers because real families bleed and hurt even in the most peaceful of divorces. So if you're standing on that edge, hating and hurting, stuck between leaving and staying, remember this: that hate, quote unquote, doesn't mean your marriage is broken, but it does mean your marriage is bleeding. So stop trying to pour love into what is leaking. Patch the holes. Rebuild yourself. That's the only thing you can control at the end of the day anyway. Your kids aren't listening to what you say. They're watching what you do when life gets hard. So show them what a man does when he's at his limits. And I just realized the microphone's over there. So this audio may be crap and I may delete this and redo it. We'll find out. But show them what a man does when he's at his limit. He gets support and he raises his standards instead of white knuckling it. So stop leaking, start leading. The link is below when you're ready, man. I got you.